Actually, I love reading, but spending my days in a library under the current circumstances was well beyond my scope. So I'd better hurry up with this checkpoint. Ach, das sieht ja gar nicht sowjetisch hier aus, also. As I stepped inside, a memory from my childhood emerged in my head. It was very vivid. I'm 7 or 8 years old. I'm at the library with my mother. While she's looking through the books I might need for my studies, I'm sitting in the corner looking through the collections of comic books. Back then, I didn't know why they had so many, or why couldn't I take some with me. The notion of collective property was nothing my mind hadn't grasped yet at that age. However, back then the whole concept of property was pretty hazy to me. This memory seemed even stranger now while I was standing in this particular camp, where they might have managed to build communism in 3 years. Soviet symbolism was all over the place, and the shelves are full of related literature. Of course I wasn't planning to read any of these. Getting acquainted with a full collection of books by Marx was the last thing on earth I would think of. Where's the librarian? I didn't spend much time looking for her. I looked closely. Short hair, thick glasses, rather cute face. She was snoring so peacefully I couldn't just wake up. Oh, dieses Mädchen, ne? Dieses Mädchen. Tomboy. Brille. Oh, Zucker. Genau mein Typ. I can wait. If she doesn't wake up in half an hour, maybe then... I couldn't just sit here, so I took a random book from the nearest bookshelf. Arthur Schopenhauer, The World as Will and Representation. I opened it roughly in the middle and started reading. The life of a man with its endless upkeep, wants and suffering is to regard it as the explanation and paraphrase of the procreative act, i.e., the absolute claim of the will to live, and furthermore, it is also the reason to man owes nature his death, and thinks with anxiety of this debt. Is this not the evidence that our existence involves guilt? At any rate, we always exist from the time to time, paying with death for our birth. We always exist and alternately bear all the joy and sorrow of life, since neither of both can pass us without some effect that is a result of our stated will to live. Thus the fear of death, which in spite of all the miseries of life holds us firmly to it. It is really elusive, but just as elusive is the impulse which has attracted us into it. This attraction itself may be seen objectively as the mutual longing glances of two lovers. They are the purest expression of the will to live, in its affirmation, how gentle and tender it is. It wants happiness, and quiet pleasure, and mild choice for itself, for others, for all. Und das ist ja ziemlich deep, du. Someone knocked on the door. I closed the book quickly and put it back in its place. What a nice habit, knocking on the door. I shall pick it up. It was Lena. Oh. Hi. I smiled. Hi, I just wanted to return a book. She had a copy of Vom Winde verweht that I saw yesterday. Oh, Zhenya is sleeping. I'll come back later. I'm awake. Oh, bleed. Oh. I turned around in surprise to look at her. She eyed me closely from behind the table. Oh, what is it you wanted? I need you to check here. Give it here. She quickly signed the paper and gave it back to me. She had this look on her face that made me want to keep quiet. Lena came up to her to return a book, but I thanked Zhenya and went out. Ja, die sind auch ein bisschen kühl. So, okay, wir können jetzt nicht mehr essen gehen, es ist wohl schon nach 1 Uhr. Ja, kann man nichts machen. Gehen wir zum Music Club. The Music Club, a small one-level building, was located some distance from the other camp buildings. Music Club, ihr wisst ganz genau, was kommt. I opened the door and entered without hesitation. There were enough instruments for a whole orchestra here. Drums, guitar, even a piano. Piano. What the fuck, die Uhr geht falsch. Wir haben nicht 11 Uhr. Wir haben locker nach 12, fast 1 Uhr. Da stimmt was nicht. Aha. Ein Easter Egg. Tuchan Death. Leider alles auf Kyrill, glaube ich. Ah, manches nicht. Aber das meiste. I spent some time looking closely at every instrument, wanting to guess the time period they were from, but suddenly I heard a crawling sound coming from underneath the piano. Oh. Oh, Mikus Pantsu, natürlich gestreift. A girl seems like she was looking for something. She was standing on all fours in in so einer Pose that I hesitated to speak at first. Excuse me? Who's there? Oh. She tried to stand up, but the bottom of the piano prevented her from doing so. Ow! She struggled out. Sorry, I scared you. It's nothing. Oh, you got a checklist? You must be new here. Ich würde so gern die Stimme von Miku nachmachen können. Ich habe mir schon überlegt, wie ich sie vorlese, so ein bisschen abgehackt. Aber ich glaube, das hört sich doof an. Yes. My name is Miku. No, really, I'm serious. Nobody believes me, but it's my real name. My mother's Japanese. My dad met her when he was building. Oh, well, it wasn't him who was building. He's an engineer, and he was working on a nuclear plant there, or a dam, or a bridge, whatever. She was talking so fast. She swallowed half the words she tried to pronounce. So wie ich, wenn ich das gerade vorlesen wollte. I'm Semyon. Great! Want to be in our club? It's only me here, but it will be 2 of us then. Do you play anything? When I became antisocial, I bought a guitar and learned a few chords, but then I forgot about it, since I quit everything that required more than a couple of hours to learn. Ja, so geht's mir leider ähnlich. Das Einzigste, wo ich wirklich konsequent dabei bin, ist wirklich am Videoschneiden und Videos produzieren. Und zu lernen, wie Vegas funktioniert, auch wenn ich nur was Neues bei Vegas dazulerne, wenn ich unbedingt etwas Neues umsetzen will. You know, I wasn't planning to do anything like that, really. Oh, it's okay. I'll teach you. Maybe a trumpet, for example. How about a violin? Oh, I know it all, honestly. There was no point... There was no point in arguing with the orchestra girl, since there was only another cascade of words waiting to blast at me. Hey, I'll think about it. Can you just sign it for now? Yes, sure, give it to me. Be sure to come around. I sing too. I sing you some Japanese folk songs, or maybe if you're not into that, something more contemporary. Sure. Thanks. Gotta go now. Of course. Come anytime. Oh, ich glaube, Miku mag uns schon. Aber sie verhält sich auch so ein bisschen Yandere. Creepy. The end of her sentence stayed inside. It might be nice to hang around with a guitar in the evening, but in such company... I turned to leave and came face to face with Alyssa. She eyed me suspiciously. Why did you come? The checklist. Got it signed? Yes. Then move it. Alyssa went inside and I hurried to leave the place. Gut, gibt ja nur noch ein Ort, und zwar die Clubhäuser. I went to the clubhouse. To tell the truth, I never really liked extracurricular activities. At school, I used to find any excuse to skip extra classes. At university, I had no interest in participating in the student council. I wasn't interested in boxing, aero modeling, or sewing. so I came here just to check off the box. Nobody was there. I found myself in something like a hut of a junior robot enthusiast. There were wires and simple printed sursuits scattered everywhere, chips, and on the table proudly stood an oscillograph. I heard voices from another room, and then 2 pioneers appeared. Der Buttermeister und der coole, ja, wie nennt man den? Der coole Senpai, oder? Keine Ahnung. One was electronic, the other one I didn't know. Hi, Semyon, we've been expecting you. It seems he knows everything about everyone. Why were you expecting me? Well, of course, because you came to sign up your cybernetics club, didn't you? He didn't let me answer. And this is Shurik. He's in charge here. I assume there's only 2 of you in this club. Well, you can say that it's 3 now. Shurik came up. Oh, ficken. Shurik came up to me and assertively offered his hand. His face was somewhat familiar. Welcome to the club. Yep. Now I'll show you around. Make yourself at home. Guys, I just wanted to... Oh, Junge. Sorry, wenn manchmal eklige Töne kommen, aber mein Hals füllt sich stellenweise mit komischen Dingen. Nein, nicht das Sperma von letzter Nacht. So. Hier. So. We are always welcoming new members. Oh, das hat er gesagt. He said it in such a way that the anthem of the Soviet Union suddenly started playing in my head. It's amazing. I even remember the words. In the 1st grade I had a textbook with the lyrics in the back. No, I just wanted you to sign my checklist. Yeah, if you sign up on the club, we'll sign your checklist. He grinned. I was getting ready for a long, boring argument, but then I heard someone enter. Hier sind alle blond. Ich glaube, das ist in Wahrheit das Lager der Arier. I looked back and saw Slavia. Ah, Semyon, I hope they're not giving you any trouble. She narrowed her eyes, looking at the future of the motherland's robotics industry. I know those 2. They can. Well, you know, actually I just need to get my checklist signed. I decided to take advantage of the situation. No problem, give it to me. Slavia took the paper and marched up to Shurik. Sign it! Oh, hold on, we are not done yet. You're done, sign it now. She gave Shurik such a threatening look that it made him lose every possible objection. He wrote some squiggles on the checklist. I thanked Slavia, then I moved on in a mellow mood. Wait a second! Was ist in seiner Hose los? Ich habe keine Ahnung. Finally I got all the signatures. Now I had to go back to Olga and give it to her. She was sitting in front of her cabin reading a book. Doesn't look like a good role model for the perfect pioneer that she was planning to turn me into. I wonder if her responsibilities extended beyond giving fiery speeches at the lineup, scolding Uljana and getting involved into my moral, physical and diese Wörter ficken mich so hart, ich sag's euch. Ideological growth. Here. I offered her my checklist. She placed it in her pocket without even looking at the signatures. Warte, ich muss kurz, okay. Great. I could have signed it myself, without going anywhere. Perfect. So, did you meet our nurse? Yes. For some reason, her question sent shivers down my spine. Which club have you signed up for? I didn't. I need to think first. That's a pity. It's a vital for you to sign in somewhere tomorrow. Of course. Sure. Right. It's time to go to dinner. About time. I was getting hungry. What? dachte, die hat ein komisches Grinsen drauf gehabt. Puh. I headed to the canteen together with Olga. I looked at the sky and noticed that the sun was already setting. On the porch stood Alyssa, Electronic, Uljana and Slavia. As we came up, I heard what they were talking about. Diesmal wieder sauer. Ja, mal wieder. Ich hab nichts getan. And never call me Twatsche again, or you'll get another one. I didn't call you that, you're hearing things. He did, I heard it all. Diese Pose, die Pose ist so richtig so, halt mal die Fresse, du Hurensohn. You weren't even here. I was in the bushes. Come on, you guys, stop it. So it wasn't a football injury Electronic suffered earlier today. The nurse did a good job. I couldn't even see his black eye. Olga came up to them and asked about the ruckus. What happened? Alyssa and Cheesecloth. I didn't do anything. She shrugged with antipathy and went inside. Right, dinner time. I entered last. There weren't too many free seats. There were a few free chairs near Alyssa across the canteen, but I would sooner starve for a week or two than risk my head near her. There was also a seat near Uljana, but I'm not into traditional Chinese whatever cross cuisine. Finally a free chair near Miku. Looks like I have to pick my poison. You mind if I sit here? Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, no, I don't mind. I mean, yes, you can sit here. I sat down. Look, it's buckwheat today. Do you like buckwheat? And chicken. I don't like chicken. Well, not that I don't like it. But if you would ask me, what would I prefer, say, stroganoff beef or ragu? No, maybe just a hamburger or rump steak. Do you like rump steak? I'm not that picky about my food. And that's the simple truth. Oh, is it so? But the desserts, you know, they aren't really good here. I like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? Oh, I just love 48 kopecks and Leningradskoe. Oh, sorry, I keep talking about myself. 48 kopecks and Leningradskoe. Ice cream brands popular in late Soviet Union. Also, die müssen ja echt Lenin gemocht haben, wenn es sogar eine eigene Eiscreme-Marke über Lenin gab. Maybe you like Eskimo better? Then I was starting to get on my nerves, thanks to such company. Ach, ich finde Miku ganz cute. And I'm not the kind of person that can just ignore someone who's talking to them. Even her. We're at the same table after all. You know, I once bought a waffle cone and started eating, and then you know what? I found a screw there! A real screw! Can you imagine that? Or was it a bolt? I don't really know. Screws are those with you tighten with screwdrivers. The bolts are those that you turn with a wrench, yes? If there was a speed eating contest going on, I would probably be in the top 3 winners by now. Right, I'll be going. Enjoy your meal. I got up and headed outside. Miku was saying something, but her words were drowned by the crowd of loudly dining pioneers. I went out and sat on the stairs, waiting for my dinner to settle down a bit. I just sat there and watched night falling. Everything is so lively here during the day. Kids laughing and yelling happily, fooling and running around, constant chatter, gaming going on and swimming at the beach. But after dark the camp changes entirely. The sounds of day were swept for silence, only now and then broken by crickets chirping or a night bird. The camp was going to sleep. In every shadow you could see things, maybe a ghost, or a spirit of the forest, or a wild animal. A human being would be the last thing to expect. That is how it looked last night and now. The locals followed their routine very strictly. In the day the camp was theirs, in the night it belonged more to the focus of nature than to humans. Someone touched my shoulder. I looked back. It was Electronic. Let's go play cards. Cards. Yep, I invented a new game. A good one. Good? Like how? Well, first we got to find the cards, then I'll tell you. Then go find them, what's the problem? Only Olga has them and she won't give them to me. Why so? Well, the last time when Olga and Slavia came out onto the porch. Olga, Semyon just wanted to ask you about the possibility of playing cards. Actually, for what purpose? We invented a new game. Not we, you did. What game? I need the cards to show you. I don't like this. Well, if Semyon is with you, then perhaps it's okay. To be really honest, we'll go fetch them together, Olga. So, wir können jetzt mit Slavia gehen. Natürlich gehen wir mit Slavia. Hallo? Was für eine Frage. If you don't mind. Sure, let's go. We headed towards my cabin. Roughly halfway there, Slavia stopped. Hey, I just remembered. The cards are in my cabin. Good timing. And where's that? It's just down the road. Let's go. We reached a cabin that in fact looked more like a trailer. Just wait here a minute, I'll be back. It took her just a few seconds to come back. There! She showed me a deck of pretty worn out cards. These must be marked in and out. That's unsportsmanlike. What happened to fair play? Tell me about it. It's hard to cheat when you don't know the rules. Shall we go? Let's go. On our way back, I decided to try and find out about something. How long have you been here? In this camp? About a week. I see. And where did you come from? I'm from the north. That is? The cold north. Sibirien, Kola, Tunguska. She looked at me and smiled. It looks like nobody in this camp is inclined to answer even the most innocent of questions. I try to approach from another angle. And what do you like? What do you mean? Well, your hobbies. Oh, I like nature. Strange. She's not very talkative today for some reason. Nature? I see. Want to become a natural historian? More like a normal historian. I was always interested in our nation's history. That will suit her well indeed. It appeared that among all the locals she was the only one who had nothing to hide. What if she came here just like me and simply could not trust anyone enough to tell? I tried testing the waters. And why did you choose this camp? I didn't. My parents got a wucher for me from their work. Another failure. Well, if you could choose. It's nice here. I don't think I could choose some other place if I could. Here it's like you are becoming another person. That wasn't how I saw it. What do you mean, another person? It's just that there are so many possibilities. You can learn so much, meet so many new, interesting people here. Now she started to sound like our chief, which raised a red flag for me. I decided to stop with the questions for now. When we came back, Olga told Slavia, I just remembered that the cards were at your place. It's okay, we got it. Good, good. Slavia and Olga went inside. I was going to follow, but someone grabbed my hand. Oh, Elissa. Her gaze sent that shiver down my spine. Not a nice one. You want something? I asked carefully. You going to play this stupid game? Yes, something wrong with that? Nope, nothing. She was turning to leave, but then slowly looked back and smiled. So, you play cards? A little. I couldn't figure out what she wanted. So, only Durak, and that's it? Durak, card game popular in the USSR. Similar to President. Ich kenne weder Durak noch Präsident. As if you're a poker star. Well, yes, technically. Then you don't have a chance. Why? Because. So you know the rules? Of course. Well, then you'll have the upper hand. I couldn't see why would we go on talking in motion towards the door. Why do you keep trying to leave? Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Let me make a bet. What do you mean? You're such a slowpoke, the cards, what else? And what do you want to bet on? That I'll win. That's quite a possible outcome, I agreed calmly. So, are you afraid? No, I'm not. I'm not big on bets when I don't like my chances. And you're not big on taking risks too. Such an astute observation, I'm impressed. Right, then I... No, you're not! Now what? I said in exhaustion. She was starting to annoy me with her rubbish talk about some pointless bet. No, diese cool. Sorry. If you don't bet with me, I'll tell everyone that you try to seduce me. What? You heard me. I could imagine her doing this. Don't be stupid. Who's gonna believe you? I've been here less than 2 days besides. What? Want to try your luck? Right. And what will happen if I win? I won't tell anyone anything. And if I lose? Slowpoke mode again? I'll tell everyone you tried to seduce me, I told you already. So you're telling me now that I have to work to prove that I didn't do something when I didn't actually do it. If that's how you want to look at it. Not a simple decision. On the one hand, it was stupid to agree. I didn't know the rules and gambling wasn't my thing. On the other hand, she could really make my life hell. Then again, can I even trust her? She can do it even if I win. So, have you made that decision? I was going to answer, but suddenly Lena came around from me behind. What? Nothing. Oh, arme Lena. Lena hurried inside. So... Oh, schwierig, du. Schwierig. Letztes Mal habe ich mit ihr gewettet. Aber ich habe schon in der ersten Runde verloren. Und ich habe nicht gespeichert. Ich habe mich so geschämt. Oh Mann. Wenn ich jetzt natürlich eine Wette mit ihr mache, dann bekomme ich natürlich ja, Pluspunkte bei ihr. Die Sache ist, wenn ich mit ihr wette und verliere, sagt sie das. Wenn ich nicht mit ihr wette, sagt sie das auch. Also, was habe ich zu verlieren? I may regret it 100 times. Fine, I'll do it. She smiled. But if I win... Yeah, all fair, no cheating. Alyssa turned and went up the stairs inside the canteen. Why am I doing this? Because she can set me up regardless if she wants to? Since she decided to anyway, I let her have a sigh. Das war gerade richtig geleiert, Alter. And followed her through the door. Inside everything was ready. A few pioneers stood here and there chatting. The table were moved out of the way to make room for the players and spectators. I looked around. Something was going on in the far corner. When I came close, I saw a large piece of paper with a diagram drawn on it. My name was among the players. And who came up with all this? Gut. Das sind wir. Wir spielen unsere erste Runde gegen Lena. Der Typ gegen Uljana. Alyssa gegen Miku. Und Slavia gegen Zhenya. I patted Electronic, who was standing near. Well, of course it was your most humble servant. He bowed to me jokingly. This made me uncomfortable to the point of squirming. And why in the world am I among the players then? I was disappointed. A few seconds ago I thought I still had a slim chance to evade this tournament. Then I wouldn't have to fear Liz's revenge for losing the bet with her. But now that hope was gone. It was pure coincidence. Yeah, right, coincidence. Except that I was already acquainted with every one of the contestants, while there were a few dozens other pioneers standing in the room. I was seized by anxiety. It's the feeling of being watched while standing in an empty room with no windows and doors.